What's up, guys? Back in today with more Sanda, this time with episode 8, I think. Really good episode last week. We had a bunch of murderous children that have, I think they've all confirmed, killed at least one adult human. And their punishment is just a lower down classroom. Segregated, to be fair, but not much of a punishment, really, is it? They still live the same lives as the rest of the children. Then we met the girl from the class by just wandering across, and she was like planting her flowers or something. So there's not too many restrictions or anything on what they can do. But yeah, some tense moments in the episode there, wasn't there? Plenty of other interesting things brought up in this first half of the episode, though. But no idea what to expect today, of course. I'm not really sure what's going on with Ono's body either. We had that weird scene, didn't we? Where she was like pulsating, so veiny and strange. There is that girl that we did see last episode, holding a butcher's knife. Yeah, it was very strange, wasn't it? Again, I think I read comments about it. People think it was just her period a couple episodes ago, but I think it goes a bit further than that. Maybe it's how her body's like trying to deal with such a sudden age change. Why are we dressed like we're about to kamikaze? You might have met someone more nuts than all of you guys. Probably what they're thinking. I said this last week, but I'd love to know why these kids killed adult. They're like the person they did kill. Yeah, I mean, you're a good friend. Yeah, good. I'd hope that feeling didn't continue, but it's weird, like, because it is the same person. You think it would. Should it? Should I find it weird? Like, yeah, lots of interesting questions around this, isn't there? Well, that's not true. We found Ono. I think Fuyumura's wish may have changed during that period. To be fair, not sure how to take that. Like, oh, that's nice. Is it nice? She's getting a cleaver ready. Intense, bro. Yeah. He's gonna try and force himself on me? Is what she's thinking. Wow. I get what she. Yeah. Wow, looks so sinister. Not the context to be looking like this. Jesus. Kissu. That was really cute. That's good. You're hard working, isn't it? Really, yeah. Come on, bro. This could be your wife. Oh, you can't leave her hanging like that. Bro, how long has it been? He's thinking a lot. So I do think B-Stars covered this kind of topic a little bit, didn't it? That first season especially. What the hell? It's like a half transformation. There's no way she's not noticed, right? She's now at your hips. How the hell did she not notice? What would you do if someone? I mean, if it was a woman, I think 99% of us men would continue. But put yourself in the girl's perspective. If this did happen to you, you would be like, "What the fuck?" Depending on the context, of course. But in this context, especially, you would be like that. God, just do it, bro. Come on. It can happen sooner or later. Sorry, guys. I feel like my eyes keep twitching. Bro, how long have you left her hanging like this? Just move forward. Fucking hell. Oh, he is over for him. It's not going to happen. He's thinking way too much. Fucking hell. I hope no one saw that. I hope no one was looking out the fucking window with all that. What an imagine imagine you didn't hear what they were talking about. You just see her try and kiss him take off his shirt, trying to kiss again, and then he fucking runs off. You're an old man. Is that true? I mean, it sounds like it probably should be true. So that wouldn't be a bad thing, actually. The more I think about that, the more I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fair enough. He does end up becoming a diddler. that would, imagine if that could happen for everyone in the world. That would be really quite great news, wouldn't it? But yeah, honestly, that sounded really bad initially. I was like, thinking about the love as in like a family's love, but no, you know what? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Is that a thing though? Is that like Santa law that I'm not too familiar with much to do with Santa, to be honest with you guys, but maybe that's something somewhere about him written down. Oh, I don't know why I messed the time up there so badly. What was it? 9:28. But yeah, as I said, imagine we could actually do that. Would that be ethical? That's a very not really much to do with the show right now. But if we could implant every adult with like something, if they were a baby, if we can implant something in them as a baby, that means if they were to, it's kind of like that psychopath kind of thing. If you could stop a crime before it's committed, like the crime coefficients and such. It's yeah, it's a really interesting topic. I feel like it's not moral to do that. Moral is the wrong word, but it's not ethical to do that. But it is a major positive, so I wouldn't mind. But it's just the surrounding things. I don't know. It's never going to be a possibility, so I don't. There's really too much point discussing it, but it's just interesting to think about that, isn't it? There's plenty of things we could do to preserve quality of life for people and such, but we don't because it's seemingly unethical. I mean, that's a little bit different from the psychopath stuff. But yeah. Ah, well, that's a nice exchange at the end there. I was surprised when she just slapped you straight up. I don't blame her. Kind of the wrong time for this, bro. If he does that again, my god. Cucked. Blue balled. Could these guys not see what was going on in front of them and just be like, wait a minute. Idiots. You're invested. Sure, he's been invested for a while. Since his introduction, actually. Fourth time. Fourth time. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay, fourth time, actually, this time. My god. I feel like the more it keeps happening, the harder it gets as well. Don't get me wrong, I've been in a situation of I don't know if I did embarrass myself. To be honest, I probably I think I did. I really just cooked you guys as well. That's fifth time, but yeah, I've wanted to do this a few times, especially as like a teenager, young teenager, and more often than not, I didn't go through with it. But I do remember specifically one time I did, and it was during like the intermission between classes where we changed classes, and I kind of just done it and ran off. I didn't really wait for a reaction or anything, and it was really weird because nothing was ever said about it. I never spoke to her about it. I did kind of get with the girl at a later date, but we never spoke about that. And I initially thought like, oh, she's gonna tell all her friends and everything, and but I never heard about it from anyone. It was really weird. So I don't know. I kind of thought, oh god, well, like it really was just like absolutely spur of the moment, and I really regretted it. But like I said, it's so weird. I never heard anything about it. I worried so much about it, and yeah, on the cheek. So gaki. Okay, okay. That's a teacher in Japan. No chance. I think again, I don't think you'd ever see a teacher look like that in Japan, right? I'm not Japanese, nor have I ever even been there, but just the things I know. Can't imagine that would be allowed. Looks like a middle-aged woman, doesn't she? Crazy. But an anime middle-aged woman, which is like a 20, 30-year-old, but even so, like comparatively, like a mum in that shot there, didn't she? I mean, yeah, the I think the kind of clothes aren't helping that either. Very like mum clothes. Surely you'd know that best. Oh yeah, you're an adult now. That must be so weird. I say that. Sorry to pause again, but it's like it's another interesting point. I mean, I guess I kind of like. I think the older you get, the more kind of time does go by faster. I remember looking into a study on this actually of time perception as you get older, and it does increase like the amount of time that goes by versus how long you feel goes by. The older that you get, the faster time goes, and that I've definitely had that. Definitely felt that experience. Um, but it must be so weird just going from teenager with all this protection, all this shit of how this universe is, and it's kind of like the real world as well in that regard. In a sense, I was quite a delinquent, so a lot of the time, like the laws and such would protect me, like doing drugs and drinking out on the streets and such. Like you wouldn't have any worries or anything because I can't go to prison or anything because you're a kid. Um, and that's like an excuse and such. But then, like again, you jump from that just to she just jumped to middle-aged woman, and it does kind of feel like that. Like I'm only 27, but it does feel like I jumped like the time span between 18 and now. It is just kind of like yeah. Whereas the time span between like maybe 13 and 15 feels like a long time, and 15 between 15 and like 18 that also felt like a long time, but the actual twice as long time between 18 and 27 actually felt incredibly shorter comparatively. It's really interesting. Um, but yeah, no wonder she's leaving again. She's like a middle-aged mum. Who doesn't have a kid, of course, but she's that age. Yeah, so it'd be really interesting to see where they go with that kind of commentary on things. But yeah, I imagine she does feel incredibly out of place here. Probably made to by the bloody principal as well, of course. But like, when this in the first episode, did you imagine this show would go here of all places? They found her, and all this shit's happened, and then she's a middle-aged woman. All this shit, like, I don't think anyone could have called that before watching this or reading this, right? I think if you did, you're a liar. So she's still pulsating. I kind of thought it might be over and done with now that she's in this kind of adult body. As I said, surely that must be incredibly tough on your body to go under such a change in such a short amount of time. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Also love how the hospital doctor place is now just her home. What the book say? Oh, I wish. Why not? You were a child days ago, so yeah. That's another thing of like, where do you draw the line at adulthood? She was an adult days ago, yet now again you're going to be treating her as a middle-aged woman. Is there not something wrong about that? In every way, she is a middle-aged woman, except for the fact that she was a kid a couple of days ago. Peak of youth, caramel. Sounds quite sinister. It shouldn't. Something about that makes it sound quite sinister. I think it's probably because this series, to be honest. The series makes me hear that and makes me feel sinister. Ujimi no Sanda daro. Jeez. I love this OST. So simple yet effective. Ugh, lovely. some guts spilled out there. Some intestines. Yeah, I wouldn't say worries, but I had no doubts he was alive. What would he have to do to kill him? Burn him to cinders, I guess. Oh, nice dodge. He's a zombie. Essentially. Yeah, you know what you get? He actually is. He is essentially a zombie. I think it's probably a bit more like RoboCop, like some kind of yeah, kind of similar thing. Again, smoked on sight. Damn. God damn. She really just smoke some adults. Okay, another good episode. Another good episode. As I said, the themes really are very interesting in this show, aren't they? Still not like I can never really place my thoughts on them. Like I can never have like a solidified, definitive opinion. They make me question so much. If you can't tell, it's because it is very like grey area stuff the show covers, isn't it? Peak of youth. Do you know what you guys probably won't like this, but I hate the word peak. Never used to, and then it became a very popular term for people to describe their favourite things. But people don't use it to describe their favourite things. People use it to describe things they like. Like, do you guys know what the definition of a peak is? It's the top. It's the highest point. It's should be the one best thing, and people just use it to describe everything. It's just I don't know why I'm so annoyed at that. Probably it's a similar thing to my annoyance at Evanescence. I just heard so much of that one song from Evanescence. I'm put off of every song that they've ever released because I just can't stand it. I think this may be something similar to that. I probably won't go down too well either. I know a lot of people love Evanescence, but man, I probably listen to that one song from them like 1,000 times. I try to skip it every time. It's weird because I like bands like that. I love Paramore. I used to love Paramore back in the day. No Doubt I used to love as well. That's the thing I was thinking during that whole like kiss sequence. That is like another evidence of them growing up, isn't it? That is almost like the change from kidded to adulthood when you do go through those phases of kissing your wife to be and such. But yeah, as I said, lots of really interesting stuff in today's episode. Yet again, there always is every episode. There's always a lot of interesting stuff covered. Again, I do feel like a lot of this was covered in Beastars as well, especially in season 1. It was really quite interesting in regards to these like relationships and such. I'm not sure how she didn't notice that he transformed, but he got so much wider, so much taller. We'll put it down to her kind of like being in the moment, but nice ending for her, honestly, because I imagine that was quite hard for her, putting herself out there like that, make herself vulnerable, and just getting like pied off like 3 or 4 times, and having all these annoying kind of interventions. But I'm also quite interested to see if he. I mean, you could. It's one thing or the other, but to see what actually would have happened if he did kiss her. Would he have just dropped dead? Like, is that a thing? We'll take it as a thing, and we'll be careful about it. But I've realised it. Like, yeah, I've got nothing to base anything off regarding that. To be honest with you, I am incredibly interested to hear what she read here. Clearly, it's got something to do with whatever is like this pulsating kind of beating is that's going on within her. Yeah, I wonder if that's a real life thing as well. Something bad happening like after. I imagine, luckily enough, nothing ever happened to me regarding that, but probably is some complications. I imagine probably specifically more so for women going through puberty, but yeah, interesting episode. Pretty standard ending, to be honest with you. Love the bit of intestines coming out. Always very nice. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. Let me know some of your guys' opinions and what you guys thought about some of the things here. Let me know if there's anything I didn't pick up on as well, because again, there was loads of stuff going on in this episode as usual. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 9.